A city council panel will reveal plans to bail out cab drivers who are in debt because of their medallions.
Yeah, the Taxi Medallion Task Force will be issuing recommendations at City Hall this afternoon. Pix 11's Kyle Arama live in Midtown this morning with what is expected to be announced there. You know, Cal, they spend so much money on these medallions and then they dropped in price because of the rideshare apps.
Dan, we've been covering this story for months, right? The value of the medallions has plummeted when the market collapsed, but they were not forced, but, pressured into buying these medallions by the city, and then they're dealing with this. So how do they get out of the problem? Well, the mayor and the city council is working on that, and today we're hoping to hear some of those recommendations in this $600 million bailout. Part of the panel is saying that there should be Uber-like surge pricing for yellow cabs. Do we get that? So the surge pricing would be charging more for rides when demand is higher. The city's taxis have long operated on a fixed fee, and we go by the meter, which we've known for so long. Surge pricing takes away the predictability of what a yellow cab would cost for a ride. It's also recommending improvements to the app so they can compete with Uber and Lyft. And the city would be partnering with private companies to buy off that $600 million in debt. We talked to some taxi drivers around here to see what they think of surge pricing, and not a lot of them want it. Listen. Would you be opposed to that?
Yes.
Why?
I like to take yellow cab. I don't like Uber. We'll go with the meter. I don't know about the other guy.
This panel met for 6 months to come up with these recommendations, and now we have to see if the city council and the mayor can move forward together and actually implement these recommendations. But we see the controversy here. Surge pricing wouldn't be good for passengers or the drivers. The surge pricing would take away the predictability of the cost of a taxi. Don't you know, if you're hailing down that taxi, you can compare it with the Uber to see how much it will cost, and then you sort of know if a taxi would cost more or less? Well, that takes that all away. So, for example, hailing a taxi to JFK, right? You know it's going to cost just over $50 if you're taking a yellow cab. But now, depending on the time of day, if there's surge pricing, it's up for grabs. Who knows how expensive it'll be, Dan and Betty. That is the problem.